Tell you your most terrifying true stories from your life. I was hanging out with my friend Lindsay. Well, I shouldn't say I was staying with her. It was more than just hanging out. She had moved in with this guy who was apparently a douchebag whom none of her family got along with. I didn't know the guy, so I had no determination yet. Anyway, so I had a situation going on in my life and I moved in with her. It was a mutual thing. She needed more money for rent and I needed a place to stay. It worked out pretty well. After 3 weeks of being there, this guy was so fucking abusive, and I mean so abusive. She couldn't even have a normal interaction. There was a time I came down from the attic room I was staying in, and on the way down I passed the home office. She was in. I asked if she wanted a soda. She said yes. I went down to grab the soda and I heard him yelling at her. So I went upstairs and I was like, yo, what's going on? And he was like, mind your business. And I said, no. And it was apparent that he was yelling at her because he deemed this to be flirting. Anyway, fast forward to maybe a week later. I was feeling really off. I mean, it was unexplainable. My body had muscle cramps that were coming out of nowhere. I was delirious at times, couldn't sleep. This went on for several days and with increasing severity. I thought I might go to the hospital. I asked Lindsay if she wanted to come with me and she said, no, that would make him upset. I said he's a douchebag. I'll kick his ass before I go to the hospital if you need me to. She reassured me that everything was okay and I said, okay, so can we go to the hospital? She said, no. And I said, okay, whatever. The next day, I fell into a panic because the intense cramping and the delirium was too much. I texted other friends of mine and they said that they were going to be coming over and taking me to the hospital. I was finally like, yeah, I can't hold it in anymore. I got to go. By the time they arrived, I was having full-blown I don't even know what to call it. Essentially, they were trying to keep me focused on their eyes and I was really scared. I was going to lose consciousness. I couldn't even focus. They actually had to end up calling an ambulance. The ambulance people arrived. They said that it was a panic attack and they administered emergency medication for me and then they were going to take me to the hospital, but I had to calm down first. Now, this took about 20 minutes to happen and it was very scary and it sucked. Fast forward to them taking me out the door. I look at Lindsay and I ask her with desperation in my eyes to come with me. She tells me she can't. That essentially her boyfriend was throwing a hissy fit and this was a time when I couldn't stand up for her or for myself at this moment in time because I was so far out of it. Fast forward to me being in the hospital and they asked if I had taken anything. I said no. I didn't know what was happening. They did a drug test with the blood work that they came back. It turns out that he had dosed me with 4 different times of drugs without my knowledge. And I'm talking about a deadly amount. They had to use Narcan to bring me out of it. I was in the hospital for 3 days. There had been several moments during those 4 weeks and I say there that I had set out to him for those myself and for her, but for her to essentially allow that to happen to me. Never be by my side. Ask if I was okay and then to advocate for her. No. There's no redemption arc there.